Hey YouTubers, this is Larry Joe with Larry Joe Guitars. Today I got my Firefly, you see it says Firefly GSM Southern Cross. So I did the one video when I was talking about from the website. So it came, I ordered it like Thursday, it came yesterday. So not bad, I don't think. But I live in LA, so it's close. It's close. I know everything says it comes from a part of LA, so. Okay, there's the box itself. It's gonna come with its internal styrofoam box. And as you can see, somewhat behind me, I have, I wanted to make sure it was supported. I have the bone shredder back here, just a little touch, and my Dean. That's good. Okay, all right. So here it comes, and let's turn the other way. I like the way JSN and Firefly make sure they have a styrofoam that fits it perfect, like a hermetically sealed, you know? I really like that. That's really smart. And if it's coming from China, and ultimately it is coming from China, it could secure it, you know? And I think with labor costs in China, let's be honest, it probably didn't cost much more. So, here we go. Okay, they always come with these. This is the trim bar, a cable, and all the Allen wrenches. Get it out without ripping it. There we go. Okay. Alright. Oh, okay. That stuck out a little. Okay, so I'll go this way then. Okay. Alright, okay. Alright, you already see it's got the flame with the cross on it. Here you go. Let's see if I can get some better light. Wow. Okay, I know it's got the flame, but it's more like a quilt than it's flame, which is interesting. This thing about any kind of quilt or flame, any kind of special maple, you move it, see if it moves with it. So I know it's a veneer, but that's fine. It looks fantastic, by the way. It looks beautiful. You got a mahogany body, mahogany neck, obviously the maple top, the veneer maple top, rosewood fingerboard. One of the guys in that first video of this noticed that I guess Firefly is putting these on it. That dime that I have, the Stealth, it didn't have that. It was like this. Maybe that's like a copyright protection. I don't know. Wow, really cool. I like these crosses. Very cool. This is a very cool guitar. It's got the Floyd Rose stamped. I don't know exactly what that means specifically. All I know is on the other ones that have this, that I did a review, they were actually pretty good guitars. It says Alnico 5 pickups. If I really like and keep this, and I really think I will, I'll probably change these EMGs. One of the things that I noticed, and I noticed in that first video, a normal ML will, if I can hold this right and still show you guys, there we go. A normal ML won't have this little cutaway thing here. See this? It'll come out like this. and they got it on the top part of it too. If you look, it really should be like this. And what's weird is I looked the original Washburn up, and the only video I could find was Ola England's. So I checked it with Ola England, the pictures and the video I did to Ola's video that he did of the original Washburn that he has. I mean, I'm not going to pay $5,000 to $10,000 on one. Even if I had the money, I do have the money, but I mean, I'm not going to spend that much. That's insane. But this cost with shipping a little more than $300. Just the detail on it. And look at the cross inlays. It's worth I think way more than $300. So we got the Alnico 5 pickups. We have one tone, master tone, and you have a bridge volume, and you have a neck volume, and you got the plate for the input jack. These things usually wiggle out, but it seems to be okay. And then you got the 3-way jack. It's not like the bone shredder. There's not push-pull. I'm pretty sure they're like normal stamped. Yeah, not even stamped. Just normal tuners. There's no stamp on them. I figure it's probably the Firefly. What I do like that they've been adding to these guitars is a serial number. Some of the other guitars, Firefly and Harley Benton, some older ones, definitely did not have that at all. It was just no serial number. Whether they use it in the future to track it, I have the foggiest idea, but I think it's a good idea. Whether they have it to track, I have the foggiest idea. So, here we go. And my first impression, and looking at it through the camera, is beautiful. This thing is massive, but it weighs nothing. This is probably 7.5 pounds. I don't have a scale here, but this is probably 7.5, no more than 8. So you got all this wood, but it's super light. It's got to be that, is it Brazilian mahogany or whatever it is? Anyways, it's the very light guitar. It's bulky, just like that Dime Stealth I did. It's bulky like that, but just like it, it's really light. And this is definitely light. The Skull Shredder went really good. I really like that guitar, and I like that Dime guitar, so I have that at work. I don't have it here, but I think the Dean V is a nice substitute. Anyways, I wanted to have a couple of them just for the heck of it. And yeah, it looks beautiful, guys. It looks really beautiful. I remember Ola's video that he did. It seemed like the flame was popping more. This is a veneer that's probably a maple cap. And that one's like, I don't know, probably like $7,000, $8,000 now. This was $300 and $5 or whatever. So I think if it plays pretty good, I think it's a hell of a steal. So here it is. All right. The bone shredder had problems with the plug, and it ended up being the volume pot. So let's hope this doesn't have that. Okay. So I'm plugging in right there. If I can get it in the way, there we go. I got my Positive Grid Spark Go into my Positive Grid electronics cabinet. And the one guy was asking about it and how I did it. And yeah, see, ask a question. If I can answer it, I'll answer it the best I can, you know. I always say leave a comment, and I love that, and I always follow through the best that I can. Okay, the cabinet is on. Let me just turn my little Go on. Oh, it's not plugged up in the back of the cabinet. See? It's the little cable. Let me turn it down. Something popping in. There it is. There we go. So we got nothing. Let me turn the volume up. There we go. It's good. That's the bridge pickup. I think it sounds pretty good. It's not an EMG, you know, but it sounds pretty good. There was one video I did where I compared two Explorer style guitars, one from Harley Bent and one from Firefly, and that one, the Firefly had problems, and with the pickups too. So I said this, and I think the Bone Shredder, I think they're getting better. I don't know. I have a comment I'll make afterwards, but that's the bridge. Let's play a little bit of lead, and then we'll switch it up to the neck. It's a little off. It's a little off. It has to be tightened down. It's loose, but it's okay. It sounds pretty good, but it's a little off. Coming from LA, I don't know if they check it before they send it out from China. I'm not for sure, because I'm sure how it works is they send it to LA, and then LA sells it and sends it wherever. But I have a comment at the end that I'm going to throw in, but sounds good, right? Okay, let's switch it to the neck pickup. I'm not going to do the middle. Let's kick it to the neck. It's very necky. Not too much hard in, but still pretty good. Had mentioned that there might be a little too much delay. I was going to check it, didn't get a chance to. Let's switch to a different channel here. Let me throw. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Oh, here's this riff I always play. bad. Oh, yeah. It's got the tremolo in it. A little too loud, but not bad. Not bad for the bridge, I mean the neck pickup. There it is. All right, let me do some riffing and then we'll finish this video. So, this is the non-Dean, non-Washburn Firefly Southern Cross. I think, I mean, that's what I say, and I looked it up, it says that, but that's probably what it's supposed to be ultimately. $300, I mean, you heard it, the pickups sound great. There's no feedbacks, no heavy feedback. I mean, I have the gain so high, but there's no heavy, crazy feedback that you can't control. I didn't really get into the tremolo too much because I really need to adjust the lockdown nuts and the tremolo, but so far it's right out of the box. It wasn't perfect, but it moved a little bit, but I think $300 is like amazing. This how this is made is an ML, and you got the cross there, and you got the quilts. It looks like quilts. I think this is a great deal. I really think this is a great deal. What I was going to say is, I didn't get a chance to see it, but there's a new video with Guitar Max, with Max, and he said in it that they finally listen like Firefly. I read that. I didn't get a chance to watch the video. I will later. But I thought, okay, for Firefly, which obviously is JSN like you can see on the boxes, there's only the website. There isn't any kind of interface besides the basic email for a return. So I think, I believe, and I figured maybe there's people out there that can maybe know it a little bit better than me, but I really think they have the one website, guitargardens.com, and when they get a batch of whatever it is, whether it's these, whether it's the Dime Stealth, whether it's the EVH, whatever it is, they throw it on there. And when it sells, it's off there. So it isn't listed if they don't have it in stock. So I think they do batches, put it out there, sell them. They work on another batch, different, whatever, because they have so many freaking guitars that they do. And then I think they just do them in batches, ship them from China. They come to LA. LA goes, people maybe try it, I don't know. And they don't have, like, people that show up at guitar conventions. They don't have a robust internet presence like Dean or Fender or Gibson that has phone numbers you can call. There's different websites that you can tell what you think about different things. They don't have that. I think the reason they don't have that is to keep the price low on these. And it's good and it's okay to somewhat bad, because if you want to know information about different things coming up or whatever, they got nothing. Okay, there's nothing for that. You have what they put on the website. That's it. That's all you're going to get is what they have on the website. And like I said in that Bone Shredder, they have the email address for the returns. I really think if you say, hey, this is a great guitar, when are these coming out again? They're not going to answer you. They're going to say, when it comes available, we don't know, or whatever. That's not how normal guitar companies work. Normal guitar companies work, like I said, they have the internet site, and they go to all the different conventions, the guitar convention, whatever they're called, and like the NAMM, I'm guaranteed all the other ones go to NAMM. I'm pretty sure Firefly doesn't have a presence there. So by doing that, yeah, they keep the price of the guitars low, but you never know what's going to happen. So maybe, to go back to Max's statement, maybe they're watching some videos like this and they're saying, hey, these people are saying this, maybe we need to change it, And if that's the case, that's great. But you could never know that without them saying, hey, we listened to you guys and we made changes accordingly, you know? Like a normal guitar company, Fender, Gibson, Dean, whatever. So I think it's more than presumptuous saying that they listened, but maybe they did, you know? Because this for $300 is amazing. I'm pretty sure this is $600 easy. Easy. Like real easy. And you put this in a guitar store, or 500 of them in like 20 guitar stores, and get the guys out there playing it, they're going to grab these at 600 like that. I really believe that. This guitar, nobody's paying me, okay? All right, I'm not the same as some of the other guys. I'm little, okay? But I try to get the coolest guitars I can think of, and this is fantastic looking. So nobody's paying me. I'm buying these guitars, okay, to review, and if I like them a lot, I keep them. If they're okay, and maybe I got my eye on something else, I'll sell it, and then go to something else. And unless it's really, really scratching at me to keep, I'm probably not going to keep it. Just that's the best way that I can still do reviews. I can't keep 20 guitars and then I don't have anything else to do review. And to be honest, I like playing different guitars. I mean, I like the ones I have. I like the ones in the case, but I like playing different guitars. Also, I really think that I'm going to take most of my guitars and probably put them in storage mixed with the other ones, because these Fireflies are really, really good. Really good. Like I said, nobody pays me. I'm not getting paid. You won't see any endorsement stuff. You won't see me putting a hashtag or at or any of that stuff. You're not going to see me put that in there because I buy the guitars. In my life, I couldn't. currently I can, as long as I sell the ones that are not scratching the save. You know what I mean? So yeah. Nobody's telling me to say this, but I'm telling you directly. It's fantastic. It's fantastic. It's way worth more than $300. But I don't know, the one you get isn't going to have a problem with the pot. I have Foggius. That's what the bone shredder happened with that one. So I don't know, but I'm telling you, this one is way worth more than $300 easily. It's fantastic. It looks gorgeous. It's very light. This is probably the best. This one right here is probably the best guitar I've ever played from Firefly, and probably one of the higher ups, with even stuff that's like 3 times more expensive than this by a lot. But I mean, you have to get them, play it yourself, make your decisions yourself. I'm only saying, if it played solid but not great, and had this wood like it was with the cross and everything, and the trim's pretty solid, and the pickups, I think 300's easily. But it's way better than that, by a lot. Yeah, I really like it. I really like it a lot. And like I said, I'm gonna take my other stuff and probably put them into the storage, and bring out my Fireflies and put them inside where I have my guitar stand that you saw me build. That is lifted up a little bit, how I bolted it in, so I can fit like special guitars like these on there. So yeah, I like this guitar a lot. And I'll stop on that. If you want to subscribe, that's cool. Subscribe. I don't fight for your subscription, and I'm not going to say different things. Oh, my life would be so much better if you. I'm not going to say that. You see, I have like 700 subscribers, so I don't get paid or anything. But so you can subscribe. Cool. I would really like it if you subscribe. It just helps the algorithm, so I get more. There's more of these suggestions, these guitars, or my videos. Of course, absolutely. But you don't have to. And leave a bell if you want to know the next one I do. Especially if, like, I do the video of the website, and then you know this is coming in a couple days. And I try to get this as soon as possible. I try to open it as soon as possible. 2 reasons. So you can see it first, and so I can take it inside and really get into the meat and potatoes and adjust the trim the way I want. But this is set up really well. It really is. It's set up really well. Anyways, comment. That's where I'm headed to. Please leave a comment. I do everything in my power to answer your guys' comments, if I can, okay? If you're trashing me and put me down, I'm not going to answer your comment. If you're being constructive, like, hey man, the way you play, I don't like that, that stinks like that, I'll be like, hey, you know, I'll consider it or whatever. Cool. I like criticism, it's okay. You know, I have somewhat thick skin, so it's okay. I mean, a lot of times I feel like my playing's not so good, and I know my limitations, but at the same time, I think I'm getting decent content, and my playing's okay. So, like I said, I think I'm providing something for you guys, and that's what I want to do. So leave a comment asking what you want, how you feel. Just if you want to do it negative, you're not going to get any answer from me. But if you give me any kind of ideas or positive criticism, I'll answer. You know, it's not a big deal. I do it, like I said, I do everything in my power to try to answer your questions. I can't always get to them quickly, but I will eventually get to them. And I'm going to put a link. Yes, I'm going to put a link to Guitar Max's channel. I don't think he subscribes to my channel. That's cool. I mean he's got a lot of subscribers, but if you don't know him, he's really good at this, and he has great hair. So, you know, and he's a strong guy. So, and he plays guitar amazingly. So a lot better than I could do. So I'll put him in there, and then Phil McKnight is the other guy I watch his videos whenever there's any issues, like in the frets and different things. And by the way, the frets on here are amazing. Beautiful. Perfect. Nothing wrong with this in any way. No scratching, no nothing. They're great. Anyway, so whenever there's anything comes up with guitar, I'm like, I wonder if he's got a video. And then I go look through his videos and do a search and try to find what I'm looking for. The guy's been doing guitar repair for like 20 some years. He knows, I mean, you guys hit me up comments. If I can answer them, great. If I can't, I can't. Maybe I didn't come up with it, or maybe it's a quick fix, no problem, I can do it. But if it's more extensive, maybe I can't do it. And I go to him. I don't call him, okay? He doesn't know me from Dave, right? So, but I'll put a link to him because I always go to his videos too. If you don't know him, you really should view his channel. He's great. He's very knowledgeable. Seems like the nicest guy in the world. Someone you could sit and talk about guitars and setups and all that stuff for hours and hours. Plays great. Seems very cordial and almost humble. That's cool because a lot of guitars are just total jerks. But I'll put it in. I'll put the links for both of them, Guitar Max and Phil McKnight, in there. That way, if you have any questions that I can't answer, you can go to them or their videos. They have thousands of videos. So, anyways, I'm Larry Joe. This is the not Dean, not Washburn, Firefly Southern Cross. Great guitar, amazing guitar. For this price, it's amazing. Anyways, have a good night. Thanks for watching the channel and take care. This is a crutch for me.